Lab. Ladies and gentlemen, Maynard is here as well. I did not mean to exclude you. Plus, I just played your Redhead Kingpin.
I heard that.
All right. Make sure you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, I try. In fact, but we want to encourage folks to do the right thing.
Well played.
And,
Love that segue.
One of the right things, I believe, a good friend of mine, Anthony Kellum in Detroit, Michigan, runs Kellum Mortgage, and he always would say, Maynard, property is a priority. Family is job one. And I was like, he owns a mortgage company. He's a chronic salesperson. Like he can't, this is just a slogan. He can't turn it off. Right. But it really is a philosophy about understanding that owning a piece of property is how you make your family number one. So this morning we have Mr. James Taylor with us from VHCDC.
Virginia Housing and Community Development Corporation.
VHCDC.org.
VHCDC.
And the VHCDC.org VHCDC is a nonprofit.
Yes.
That, does 50,000 things. I don't care what any of those 49,999 things. The number one thing that VHCDC does is it encourages, educates, and helps people understand how to unlock the potential of money in owning property.
Right.
That empowers families.
Well said. Well said. I got to get you. You got to do my promotions.
I only do that maybe once or twice in a week.
Well, okay.
That's the second time this week that I got something right. So you got to work with me on Monday.
Okay. All right.
But welcome to the radio show, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So it is Realtist Week. Am I saying it right?
Realtist Week, exactly.
Realtist Week.
Realtist Week.
And you got a whole week of seminars and just learning activities starting on Monday on the 8th. That's next Monday, isn't it?
Yeah, that's next week.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. So
we're rolling out the carpet, brother.
So tell us about Realtist Week.
Well, it's
outside of what we just said.
No problem. Across the country, you have chapters of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers that are all putting together a series of events that are focusing on home ownership. Mm-hmm. And so what we did locally is we're not only doing the Community Day, which is, like I said, 101 chapters across the country are going to be doing Community Day on April the 13th. We included additional activities. One, we're going to be educating small businesses. We want more minority representation in the area of residential contractors, handymen, plumbers, electricians, et cetera. And we want to show them how to make their businesses effective and grow. Tuesday, it's a vendor fair. We're bringing in mortgage lenders, insurance companies, real estate companies, et cetera. We want folks to come out to the Chesapeake Conference Center on Tuesday and just kind of, walk up and talk to some of the lenders and learn about the different programs that they have. A lot of these lenders are offering down payment assistance and closing cost assistance. They can explain to them on the spot what kind of mortgages they have and the benefits of using the different types of mortgages that are there. Wednesday is the answer to the question you posed to me earlier, that you said earlier about affordable housing. Mm-hmm. So we've asked all 7 mayors to come out and join us for breakfast. We're going to have a pancake breakfast where we're going to ask the mayors their visions and their plans for affordable housing within the borders of their cities. Mm-hmm. We're also going to include a conversation about what they call the unhoused. We still call it homelessness, but the unhoused. Thursday is She, Me, Her. This is a women's empowerment forum where we're seeing a large number of women in the first-time home buyer market. Mm-hmm. But we still have a lot of women who are sitting on the sideline because they believe, A, they cannot do it, B, there's all kinds of negativity surrounding home ownership, a lot of myths, misstatements.
What's one of the biggest myths you think that you normally run across on owning a home?
I need a large down payment.
Right.
I need 20% down payment. Mm-hmm. I can't afford the mortgage. And then the third one is the responsibility of owning a home. Where if I'm a tenant, I can call the landlord and have the landlord fix whatever it is.
Right.
Okay, well, that problem is solved because you have home warranties where you can pick up the phone and call someone and get it fixed. If not, you get a handyman. But the money that you're saving makes up the difference, right? So then Friday, we're going to have a party. It's an after-hours event, so we want folks to come out and join us and meet and talk with realtors or realtists firsthand.
It's a party.
It's a party. Okay, it's an after-hours event.
Sure, it's a party.
Come on in. Tell Cheryl to come on down.
It's after hours event.
After hours, okay. So come on down and let's do some networking. You can again talk to some of the folks, some of our service partners, and grab a drink. And I didn't say that. Excuse me. I apologize.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
I was hoping that we could get a shot of Jack Daniels.
There'll be a section in the room there where you can go and take care of your thirst. So
We discussed a little earlier this week that we were going to get in the room and have a little dice game too.
Yeah,
Oh my
right,
God.
exactly. Yeah.
It's not that kind of party.
They got a nice patio out back, so we can.
we can do
we can do that, right? Yeah. So then we like I said, we have the after hours party, and then on Saturday we're gonna get to work. Okay, Community Day. We're gonna go over to the ODU Tri-City Center. If any of you are familiar with that, there's it's a large external classrooms for ODU, and essentially we're going to have a number of classes on home ownership, all surrounding home ownership. One of the biggies is going to be what to do with Big Mama's house. Okay, what to do with Big Mama's house. So you have a lot of families that have purchased housing back in the 50s and 60s, and they passed on, and many of them didn't have a will.
Right.
And so what happens to the house? What do we do with the house?
Right.
What does the family do? We don't want the houses ending up in probate. So we want to address this problem. We want to solve it. We want to help people to understand how to resolve those issues. And then we have a number of other topics. We're going to talk about wealth. We're going to talk about finances. We're going to talk about credit. We're going to talk about the ABCs of getting into a home. It's a lot going on, and we haven't forgotten the family.
Of course.
So we want them to bring the kids out because we're going to have face painting. We're going to have cotton candy. We're going to have a bounce house. We're going to have a number of vendors as well. But the biggie is the cash grab. So if you register, register, you get your name entered, and you're going to have the opportunity to win. We put you into a booth, and we turn the machine on, and the air blows the dollars and the fives and tens around, etc. Yeah. You grab as much as you can within the time frame allotted, and all you grab, you keep.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Are there rules about wearing a sticky suit?
Hey, well,
I have a suit made of fly paper.
If you want to bounce all around the thing, go ahead. But all you can grab, all you keep. So it's going to be truly a week of empowerment. So that's the idea. We want people to become homeowners so much that we've laid all of this out for the community. And there are a lot of free events, but some of them cost. Okay, we're serving lunch on Monday for the small businesses. We've got the pancake breakfast where we're serving breakfast a.m. on Wednesday. The after hours event, we got heavy hors d'oeuvres, and then on Saturday, free for all.
There you go.
Here are some of the things that I think are critical and important, right?
Okay.
I remember my mother saying for a lot of years, like, you know what? Over here in this community over here, black folks owned all these houses, and then they regentrified the community, and now there ain't no black people own those houses anymore. Over here, she'll say over here, oh, it used to be like this, and then one day somebody, and it just sounded like, my parents owned a home, so I think in some respect my mother was lamenting over the fact that others didn't get on, but it also sounded like there have been opportunities that the African American community wasn't taken advantage of because of the myths, because of fear, because of systemic racism, things like that happens. Redlining is a real thing. But what we're seeing, particularly in the city of Norfolk right now, Portsmouth as well, is that there's a regrowth that's occurring. There is a movement, upheaval. They're turning dirt in so many places, meaning that they're starting to build new buildings. You're starting to see, grocery stores pop up in communities. And there's an African-American person listening right now. There's a black person who's listening right now who says, I can't own a home. My credit's too bad, or I don't have enough money. I don't have a good enough job, whatever. But the opportunities to get down payment assistance to the tune of 10, 20, 30, 40, as much as $60,000
Yes.
exists.
Yes.
So you take a $200,000 home that you may be priced out for. That's a little bit out of your range. But somebody comes to the table with down payment assistance to the tune of $40,000 or $60,000. All of a sudden, this $200,000 house is now $160,000, $150,000. That mortgage, what you write a month, is a big difference.
Big difference. Yes.
In the neighborhood I live in, right here on 35th Street in Park Place,
Damn, they know where you at now.
everybody knows where they see me cut my grass. They drive by.
Well,
They
never see you cut your grass.
Yeah.
My grass.
That's your gardener.
They'll see them cutting it
Nah,
down, right?
that's so you're gardening with the Ryobi. What you do? Charge the battery?
That's right. That's right. You want to know why? Because when I was renting, my mortgage was high. My rent was higher than my mortgage, and with the savings, I can afford to pay the guy to come cut my grass.
Boom. And you also just admitted it. Great. Go ahead. Nah, go
You're not
ahead.
recording this, are you?
I am
Oh,
100%.
All right, yeah.
Let me also say, I think we missed this part. Mr. Taylor from VHCDC also is a program sponsor and partner of ours. He is in support of what we do here through his underwriting activity with us here at the university.
Thank you.
But the important part to really note is in that community right now, 1 and 2 bedroom apartments. What was when we had that meeting that time? We're 1 and 2 bedroom apartments supposed to be going for in
at 35th and Colonial.
Yeah.
Those are all utilities are included, but it's still like I think 1 bedroom might be $1,600
$1,600
to $1,800. Yeah.
Okay. You go and find a 2 bedroom place, and you're going to be paying $1,800 to $2,100, and that's in Park Place. If you move into Ghent, if you move into downtown,
Right.
you're talking
It's much
$2,000
more.
to $2,400. I have a 4 bedroom home that I pay under $1,200 a month for.
Right.
I got 2,500 square feet of living space, and I don't have someone who lives above me or below me or next to me where I share a wall. And that doesn't mean that because you're renting that somehow you're less than, but you don't get the savings.
Right.
You don't get the investment. You don't get to say, this is mine.
Plus, if you don't make your rent payment on time, you are subject to being evicted. Okay, at least with a mortgage, if you don't make your mortgage payment on time, you may get a late fee. But no one's going to be pressing to get you out of your home. Right. Okay, just because you missed a mortgage payment. And if you can't make your mortgage payment, you call the mortgage lender, and you work out a plan to make your payments.
That's right. Think about it. Most people get a mortgage. It's a 30-year mortgage. That's whatever that number of months is, whatever. The bank, you miss it this month, the bank will be like, okay, it's 3 years in 1 month. We'll figure it out. 30 years in 1 month.
Yeah.
They didn't expect to get all the money up front anyway.
Right.
And banks do not want to be in the business of owning homes.
No, they don't want your home.
They don't want your
They
home.
don't want the home. They want the
They say
mortgage.
that's about $70,000 when they have to get that home back.
Yes, yes. They want the mortgage. They want the money.
right,
You know,
right.
And that basically is what we teach. We have a 15-hour class that we do about once a month, and our goal is we want folks to understand the entire process of acquiring a home. First things first, let's focus on the finances, the personal finances, because, in our community, we have a lot of issues with credit. Okay, so we got folks that have bad credit. Okay, you made some mistakes. Let's get rid of the negative credit, focus on building the FICO score, getting the score up, okay, and then work on that debt to income ratio, which is the two things that mortgage lenders look for initially, is what is your credit score and what is your debt, okay, to your income, based on, a percentage of your income. Once we resolve those, we pretty much got your mortgage ready. Now let's go out here and talk to a few lenders and figure out what's the best mortgage for you, okay, the best type of loan for you. Now that we've gotten you approved for a mortgage, now let's go and look at what's all the down payment assistance programs that's available that you can take advantage of?
Right.
Okay, because we got some serious money on the table out here, not just from the local cities and the housing authorities, but also from the lenders. Okay, then you've got the first responders, the healthcare, the educators, and all of those. Those are different, all kinds of grants out there for them. But the one thing that I think about every single day is that we have never, ever seen this much money on the table for down payment assistance.
I have a suspicion as to why the lenders and other parties are involved. Now, growing up, we're all men of a similar age. You and your mother and your father, possibly, whatever the case may be, went to the bank on Saturday, and your mom had the little book, and they stamped the book, and that's how much money she had, and they gave you a lollipop, right?
Passbook savings accounts, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And they gave, hey, James, how are you? What are you? You're 9 this year? Here's a lollipop.
Here's a dum-dum.
Right. They knew your mother's name. They spoke to your mother. They spoke to your father. You went there for a bunch of years. You got your car note, your first car loan through that because they knew who you were. Now they don't even ask you to come into the bank ever.
Nope.
They don't want you to inside the bank. And as a result, guess what? Local banks do not originate the number of mortgages that they used to 40 years ago. We have mortgage brokers who do that.
Yeah.
Now the lenders are dying to have relationships with you. They're dying to have a relationship with you because they're not making the mortgages in-house the way they used to. So that's why they're saying we have these incentives. We want you to come in. At least that's my suspicion.
Well, I agree with that. It's also that there is a real push in the urban markets to get more home ownership. Particularly in our community. But that's also the part that bothers me is because like I said, we've never seen this much money on the table, and the thing that concerns me is that one day it may all go away. And once again, we were not prepared and did not take advantage of it.
Right.
That's why I push so hard with our organization to get as many people to that closing table as I possibly can.
Listen.
Get the keys.
I go in my credit union, I take donuts, cookies, whatever. Whenever I need something, paperwork, whatever, I get it that day, right away. They call me the donut lady. They know me. I'm good.
You built that relationship.
So you don't bring donuts and cake and stuff around here for me.
The credit union, they got my mortgage, honey.
And I'm a new homeowner. I purchased last year, and Maynard, I went through a lot to get through this, And now that I have that, personally, I feel so much better as I have something to, when I'm out, when I'm gone, to leave to my family.
Yes.
I got wealth, something I own, something I could leave for them. Let me ask a question. I know the answer to this, but let me ask a question real quick for everybody that might not be knowing and listening and trying to get so all these incentives, all these assistance, can you get more than one? Like if you get a home, if you get down payment assistance, can you still get another something from somewhere else?
Yes, you can stack the grants basically.
Okay.
So what
Stack
we call
the
it, we
grants.
stack it.
Okay.
So if the lender is offering you $7,500 in down payment assistance, you want to buy a home in Norfolk. Okay, you go to Norfolk and you get up to $60,000. So now you got 67.5. If you find some other programs that are out there, you can stack those on top of those as well.
Okay,
the state of Virginia has a program that's called the Virginia Individual Development Account Program. We're waiting on the details of the new program, the new rollout of it. But we're thinking that it's going to be up to $10,000. Okay, now you're at 77.5 in down payment assistance.
Wow.
Are you seeing this as to what's happening here? Okay,
This is effectively the extreme couponing concept for purchasing a home.
Now that I'm in my house, can I get some more money? I thought this was the perfect time to ask.
So, Mr. Taylor, I want you to share. Like, first, let's do a handful of things. Give us the dates that we have and a way for people to find out more. Somebody is skeptical. Somebody doesn't believe it until they, can go to a website and view it or what have you.
Yeah.
So, can you get us that information?
Okay, our website is VHCDC.org. To find out about Realtist Week, put a / behind that and put Realtist Week, REALTIST See the real in that? Okay. TIST Week. Realtist Week.
Now we got that up on the screen, on the stream, and it's on our Facebook page at
okay.
Hot 91 online.
Yeah.
So
go to Realtist, VHCDC.org/Realtist Week, and that page will show you all of the activities going on next week. April the 8th is the Small Business Symposium. April the 9th is the Vendor Fair. April the 10th, the Mayor's Pancake Breakfast. April 11th, She, Me, Her. And by the way, a shout out to Regina Mobley for agreeing to moderate that panel
That's
for
fair.
us. Okay. And April the 12th is the After Hours Party. And then on Saturday the 13th, we kick it off with the Building Black Wealth Tour Community Day.
Yo, this is love right here. This is what we do. You know, one of the most amazing things is Cheney State University was founded in 1838. Hampton was founded in 1868, I believe.
I'm
not
glad
certain.
you're looking that way because I don't know the answer to that.
But understand that slavery ended in 1865, and the smartest of our black people, the ones who cared the most about us, immediately set out to start education because they cared about other black people. We have black realtors, black lenders, black mortgage professionals who are caring about black people to put this together.
Yes.
This is, in fact, this is the legacy of, of Frederick Douglass. This is the legacy of, Ralph Bunche. This is the legacy of W.E.B. Du Bois or Booker T. Washington. That immediately, when we learn something good, we don't hold on to it for ourselves, but we turn around and we share it with the people who look like us, the people who struggle with the same struggles that we have, the people that are interested in getting ahead, and we make certain that we, each one teach one. We reach back and help someone else up. And I want to thank you. For bringing this message this morning. I want to thank you for putting this program together. And I want to thank you for your support of us as well. So
my pleasure.
I think this is excellent. I'm gonna go buy me 2 homes this weekend.
Okay, this weekend, is it?
No, not this weekend.
Okay.
Today.
Today, okay.
Check look at my checking and my savings.
Yeah, you better check out. Don't forget the credit score too.
And let me shout out all the black contractors, and because there's a lot of things that's going on, especially in Norfolk. I'm gonna shout out my wife. She's a black woman, Class A contractor.
Contractor.
Yeah, so I want to sit home and DJ all day while she at work.
All right.
But nah, it's a beautiful thing to see. Builders, a lot of, like you said, a lot of people first homes, and they look like us, and this is so important. So make sure you find out more about Realtist Week. Again, you can go to our Facebook page. You see it on the screen right there, and also VHCDC.org.
Right.
Boom.
You got it.
There it is. Yo,
what up?
What's on the menu, homie?
This is Sean Paul DMX. Top shots to Carol. She requested this joint. All requests Thursday, and we got a take from you, sir, coming up in about 6 minutes.
Oh my! I'm not prepared, but
it's
okay.
You got 6 minutes.
All right,
6 minutes.
Doug Fresh.
6 minutes. You on?
All right. Hot 91, the Solar VA.